Hello everyone, my name is Ayomide Emmanuel Agbola. Welcome to my SQL learning documentary. Today we are moving to CTE, Common Table Expression. CTE is a saved query that can be used like a table. Instead of us using a subquery every now and then, we can use CTE. In the last video I talked about the subquery where I said subquery is a query inside another query. When you're asked to answer two questions, you first of all look for the first query and use that result to get the final result of your total queries. But it is not like that here in CTE. CTE is like you are having a query saved in case you want to use them later, and it is official, it is professional, it is what they use on the job. People use CTE on the job to make their work neat and also faster. And today I will be talking about a question to write a query that returns customers' total spending that is more than 5,000. We want to look at the customers that are spent more than 5,000 in total. How do you do this? You will go into your ledger or into your data to look for all customers and add up everything that they have bought from you, or maybe their total spending from you, and now group them to know the ones that have spent more than 5,000. That's where we're going to be using, we're looking at in this video today. And the first thing to do here is to write your select statement. To write select what? We want to look at the customers that have spent more than 5,000, right? What we're going to be using is the customer ID. We're going to be using customer ID. And the next thing to have is we have the unit price to know the amount. We have the unit price and the quantity to know the amount as total spending. That's how we can get our total spending. We look at the amount, the unit price that we sell our goods from the amount of goods that they bought from others as O. This is others. So from others we have our customer ID here in others. That's where we have our customer ID, so that's why you're using others. And so far we don't have unit price here. We do not have unit price. We don't have unit price in others, so we're going to be using join. We join it with this. This is where we have our unit price and quantity. This is where we have it. Join other details as OD, and we're joining it on what they have in common. They have other ID here, and also there is other ID also in other. So we're going to be using on O dot other ID equals to OD dot other ID. So this is one query now. If you run this query, and run it, it will give us what? This is the total spent that all of them has done. That is the first statement of our question. And our question says we should look for what? More than more than 5,000, more than 5,000, that is more than 5,000, more than 5,000. So that is the question here, that is more than 5,000. And the next thing to do here is what? Is to write our CTE here. Let's write our CTE. We have gotten the question here. Let's write our CTE, and our CTE will be with customers spent as, we open the bracket. Since we are done with this, we are free to close our bracket. We are free to close our bracket. Since we are done with that, we are free to close our bracket. And the next one is to go in here and now query this thing that we have here, which is this. We want to query this now, because the question says we should look at the customer that have spent more than 5,000. And how do we get that? We get that by saying select, we're going to query that query also. Select customer ID, total spent. Now we're going to be using total spent because we have renamed it over there, total spent. Yes, do you know why this is total spent here as total spent? So we're going to use total spent from, what is the name of this table? This is the name of the table here. The name of the table is customer spent. From customer spent, where total spent, is greater than 5,000. You put your semicolon, you highlight everything, and you run it. Yes, can we see that we have everything that is more than 5,000 now here? Everything that is greater than 5,000 here now. So that's what we want to do. And if you want it to be greater than or equals to 5,000, if you want it to be greater than or equal to 5,000, also we have 5,000 among our results. Let's see if we have 5,000 among our results. So we didn't have anything 5,000, it's still the same thing. So now, to make my work, to make this, I don't want to have these ones. I want to put them in 2 decimal places. This is what I can do here. I can do it this way and say round this to 2 decimal places. I want to round it to 2 decimal places. I run it again. So can we see now that we have it in 2 decimal places? I hope you understand this and you can also apply them on the job and in your query. I will see you all in my next video. Thank you very much.